What is going on, everybody? Tanner Pfeiffer here with Pfeiffer Football on Instagram, Tanner Pfeiffer NFL on Twitter, here with NFLRumors Twitter account, and Rudy Ford of the Packers. Dude, huge honor to have you on. Can't believe you're here. Thank you so much for your time, and welcome to the show.
Man, appreciate y'all letting me be on, man.
Absolutely. So today we're just going to be covering some stuff that's happening around free agency, and we're also going to give you the opportunity just to talk about you and your experience playing in Green Bay and just what you like, what you don't like, or your thoughts about anything NFL topic related at all. We just like to keep it relaxed here and just have fun.
Oh yeah, nah, definitely.
Hey
All right.
Rudy, we're really glad to have you, definitely, and it's an honor to have you on. I think it was pretty. I was just kind of looking over a few things before I jumped on, and those 3 interceptions last season, those 3 passes defended is pretty good, man, from last year.
Yeah, man. All was in very critical situations. All
Yeah.
needed to happen in big games.
Awesome.
You came to the teams at the right time. You and Rasul Douglas, another just dog, man. He's so good.
Yeah.
I love the way he plays, his physicality. You guys have both added so much to that defense. And tell me your thoughts on what you see defensively for the Packers. Things I know y'all still rolling with Joe Barry as your defensive coordinator. I don't recall if the Packers, if y'all had any changes with the secondary coaching or not.
Yeah. We just kind of got Greg Williams. He come over
That's right.
to be
Okay.
to be with the cornerbacks coach. Yeah, man. We I don't know, man. It's I'm looking forward to it. Another year in the system. And just getting back with the guys. I think we had a good solid group. And another year with everybody there, man. I think we can do some great things.
Yeah, I think that I don't know. I love what they've been doing, but it's like I don't know. Okay, it's like I'm a Packers fan. I try to be.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to be biased or unbiased here. I just like there's overload of questions and comments. I've always expressed my heart when it comes to Packers.
Mhm.
Well,
What?
I got a good question for us. What
Yeah.
do you guys think of? I'll let Tanner and Rudy go with. You guys added Tavarius Moore from San Francisco in the secondary. What do you
Oh yeah.
guys think about that going into next season?
Man, I think it'd be great. Like I said, man, I'm a top competitor. I feel
Mhm.
like, man, just the more talent we get in, it raises everybody's competitive level, And with me, man, I'm a firm believer, the cream always rises to the top, and I just always man, I think it's good. I think we to add guys like that helps the team. I feel like he can help special teams defensive wise. I mean, it just just add guys that can play ball. I feel like it just helps the team in all levels.
Definitely, definitely. What have you seen in Eric Stokes since you've been
Oh
there
yes.
that has that's jumped off the page for you? Like, we know that he was very talented coming in,
Yeah,
and had some big expectations. But maybe just from your view, what have you seen from him?
yeah. Stokes is a very smart player. He Stokes possesses he has a good skill level that he can go and cover. He has a lot of great talent level, and he's a very smart essential player as well. Um, and I think honestly, I think man, just he was young, but I think another this year, be a big year for him. I just know just on my journey in the league, just kind of being in systems and things of that nature. Just kind of every year it'll be different. You just pick up the game even faster, much better than
Mhm.
you did the year before. So I mean, I think it'll be good. I think you're just getting started. I mean, I think I think you take off.
Awesome.
I have a really cool, like, short little story about Eric Stokes. So Rudy, I told you I worked for the University of Arkansas, and we
Okay.
had a transfer from Georgia. He's a cornerback, Latavius Brinney, and I met him, and we just started talking. He was just in the field house training, and we just started talking. I told him about what I do and everything, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm a transfer from Georgia," and he was part of the championship team in 21, and he FaceTimed Eric Stokes right there.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey man, we got a big Packers fan right here. Just want you to say hello." And I was like shell shocked. I was like, "Dude, it's Eric Stokes." Like, what? And it just kind of blew my mind. I just got to say hello. He picked up the phone. He was wearing his Packers gear. It was
Yeah.
just really cool. I'm a fan of Stokes. I like the pick. I think he was injured last year,
Yeah.
but I'm excited to get him back. I think he's got a great future.
Oh yeah, definitely, man.
Hey, Rudy, tell us a little bit about your draft journey. Like, as we're heading into the draft, we're a little under 3 weeks away. I'd like to hear a little bit about what happened with you and your draft journey as you were looking forward to coming into the NFL.
Yeah, man. So mine has been a big mine was a big journey. I would definitely say just my route was very different than most and a lot of guys. I would say that. Just with
Mm-hmm.
me, it's a little backstory. I had broke my foot in we played in the Iron Bowl. Broke my foot in the Iron Bowl. Just kind of, it was like first it was like a stress fracture. Then I went to the Senior Bowl, and I'm like, man, I'm just limping around. I'm like, I should be. I'm like, man, I should be up here covering much better and things like that. So every time I'm just like limping around, I'm like, dang, what's going on? So, by that time I was like, I gotta get this thing checked out. So for me, I went and seen Dr. Nilsson. He's a foot doctor. He was with Andrews at the time. And Dr. Nilsson was great foot guy. Great. So if anybody ever has any foot issues or anything, I'd recommend going to see him as well. He's really good. But yeah, man, I went to go see him. Um, yeah, we found took a CT scan, man, and we found to have a chipped piece of bone just lingering around.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to have surgery. And then there was a time frame. So it was a time frame from that week right after the Senior Bowl, have surgery, then try to get ready in that short window for my bad, I think I lost you.
It's all good.
Yeah, man. People call him a phone today.
It's all good.
But yeah, but yeah, man. It was a short window. And during that window, so I had to be ready from the Senior Bowl to the Combine. And during that window and that time frame, man, it's like we had a game plan. We're just like, hey, we're gonna take this out. I don't believe you need any screws, anything like that. But we got to go in and take this out because it's going to continue to give you issues.
Yeah.
And then he had just clean up bone spur in there, and then so I still got the incision, man. So he cut my foot open, man, and went in. I had surgery. I just had like recovery time, man. It was like I just sat on the couch, man. I just couldn't do nothing but think. So with me, speed, I think there's just a big misconception out there about how fast I really am. I recorded a 4.22 on laser back when I was at Auburn. But I just wasn't able to run at the combine. I wasn't able to do those things. So when I got to the combine, the only thing they let me do was bench press. And when I bench press, I didn't even train for that. I was trying to train for running and stuff. Because I was coming off of my injury that I had, and just that amount of a short time span. So for me, when I got there, I was just going through because you go through that whole medical process, all that stuff, man. So I'm just, man, I just, like I said, man, I just stay prayed up every day,
Mm-hmm.
stay focused on what my task was, and that was to get into the league, and when I get to the league, yeah, just make a name, and then, but I would just say, I had for me also, I was fortunate enough to have my own pro day, where all the teams came out, and yeah, man, went out there, had a solid workout, just coming right after surgery time. Most of the time, people get a little bit of longer time to recover. But nah, man, I made it all work, made it all happen. Got it done, got the workouts done. Um, yeah, got drafted. I would have loved to do the combine because I feel like I would have definitely showed out a lot.
Mhm.
And who knows? You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I think a lot of my numbers, even on the combine numbers, I ought to put up some really good numbers.
Mhm.
But in all honesty, it's just for me, man, like I said, I don't take anything. I went the route that I went, and the BA, appreciate them for drafting me. I went sixth round, but for me, man, it made me hungry than ever. It
Yep.
made me I went to six. I watched all those names go in front of me. And it made me hungry than ever. You know what I mean? So my only thing is like just getting through that door. Once you get through that door, then it becomes on you and what you do with that. Then you can, what you choose to do with that opportunity that you get. Like I said, man, and I mean, yeah, got drafted, but then when I got to the team I was on, we was very deep in the safety room, very very deep. Still some of the guys I stay in touch with, Tavon Branch, Antoine Bethea, my boy Tyron
He's good.
Matthews. Yeah, man, Tyron Matthews. I mean, we was loaded. What I mean, we had Tamar Williams, who did a lot in Green Bay,
Mhm.
Mhm.
Patrick Peterson. I mean, we just had a lot of veterans, and it was me and Buddha. I mean, we just had a stacked DB room. But nah, man, it was but man, it was good though. Um, yeah, that's kind of how my road to there was just a little bit different though, but like I said, man, it just made me on fire though.
What advice would you give, these players to, let's say they don't perform the best during the combine, how important was that pro day for you and your draft stock?
Um, Yeah, for me, I feel like it was important. It just allowed teams to say, hey, by camp time, this guy, he'll be ready. Because like I said, man, it's NFL. They look at everything. If you're a guy that, hey, you might not be ready at that point in time. It kind of, we might just wait and hold off. I mean, like I said, man, things happen.
Mhm.
But like I said, man, I'm thankful. At the end of the day, I would just say, man, just always focus, man. Once you get that opportunity, I would say, man, go in and focus and seize your opportunities. Whatever if it's whatever reps you get, because I feel everything is different. Um, Everything is different. So whatever reps you get, you got to seize everyone. And it's just how my season kind of went this year, right? I just get over there, I had to learn a new playbook, and I'm a fast learner. That's the one thing about me, man. And I'll tell the young guys, man, be a fast learner. You know what I mean? Just pay attention to details of how they kind of present it. It's like the way they're coaching it. Just pay attention to details. That's always a big thing. And yeah, just stay focused. And continue to do your best each and every day. And take care of your body. The one thing about the league is availability is a big
Yeah.
word they want to use around here, man. So definitely take care of your body. But yeah, just stay focused on your task at hand.
Do you
And
have a
be
certain type of workout routine that you stick to?
me.
Mhm.
Um, I always stick to with me, man. I just stay cool, calm, and collective, man. And anytime I'm in a meeting room, anything, um, I'm like laser like focused on whatever's being presented, and like I said, man, it's like it's during this time, the OTAs and stuff like that, it's the time where
Yeah.
you want to ask questions, man. Ask a million questions. It don't matter what it is. Get on the coach's nerves, ask a million questions, make sure you get all your questions answered. You don't want to go back to your room and when you studying and like, what is this? What is this? You know, because like I said, man, everything is limited opportunity. You know what I mean? We all are out there um, going at it, fighting for positions, fighting to
Mhm.
be on this roster. So, I mean, from veteran guys all the way to rookie guys, that's just how it is. So, yeah, just make sure that get all your questions answered. And also, man, if you it'd be good too, man. Just good attitudes, but also, man, just you can ask a veteran guy, hey, how you see this? You know what I mean? So, like, I mean, yeah, man. Like I said, man, just competition brings out the best in people, always. But I would just always say, man, just if you got questions, if you're unsure, just ask those questions.
That's some great advice for
Mm-hmm.
any rookies. I know I've personally been covering a lot of prospects heading into this draft this
Yeah.
season, just trying to expose them a little bit. And
Hmm.
I'm sure they could all use this advice. I mean, just great for anyone heading into the draft process. Listen to this man here. He knows what he's talking about. He's experienced it.
Yeah.
So that's just great advice. And I'm sure they'll like hearing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
No doubt.
when you look at it, like Rudy's telling, he's speaking the truth for sure. Because look at, I know I'm going to use a really example that everybody knows, but think about Kurt Warner and Trent Green. Like Kurt Warner would have never ever probably got that shot that he got in that right situation if an injury would have wouldn't happened to Trent Green. He just took advantage of the opportunity that was
Always
given
be
him.
ready.
Yeah, and I think that says a lot. And like a lot of players that you look at getting that opportunity, and not everybody can afford that opportunity. A lot of people don't take advantage of it. And like Rudy's saying here is, you got to take advantage of those opportunities and learn everything that you can learn. And hey, let me tell you something: 3 interceptions and 3 passes defended ain't easy to come by in this league right now. And this
Not in
Hey,
one
ain't
man,
work
game. I
out for
think you
Coach
had
don't
Donnie.
forget. Yeah, man, don't forget that forced fumble, man.
Yeah.
You gotta have a knack for that football, man. Gotta have a
Yeah,
knack for it.
yeah.
I definitely do.
I'm curious about maybe just talk for a second, Rudy, about
Mm.
what maybe that you were able to learn as you're talking about like when young people come in and are learning from you. Could you tell us maybe what something you might have learned from like the Honey Badger or Pat Pete?
Yeah. Honestly, man, what I learned was when I was a rookie, was just to be a pro. The way those guys approach the game. Um, you know, like I said, we was all like that's when I really, how paying attention to detail, really focusing on the opponents, focusing on okay, these are the plays. Like like for me now, right? Football is X's and O's. I mean, cover one is cover one, cover two is cover two, cover three is cover three, cover four is cover four. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you got your combo coverages. You got your fire zones, 5-man pressures. I mean, football is. I mean, I feel like honestly, I can go and play in any system. To be honest with you, it just
Gotcha.
the terminology is different. So it's just not a matter of the plays now. The game is slowed down. The game is just X's and O's to me now. And yeah, I mean, just the approach. Honestly, yeah, I would say the approach needs to be definitely. You want to make sure you have your notebook. It needs to be filled up. It needs to be filled up.
You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what he's speaking is definitely truth, guys, is because you see a lot of people that go into different systems too. And
Mhm.
you see them not doing as well. But like when you have a good aspect of the game, and I had to use somebody like Richard Sherman, like he always said like, play your role, play your part. That's all you can do. You
Mhm.
play your part for the play. And I think that's key. And a lot about what Rudy's talking about, knowing knowing the coverages and knowing these things so well. Like he said, he could pretty much play in any system because he's going out there and doing his part and doing his job.
Mhm. Yeah,
Now,
man.
who is Rudy? Who is one of your like all-time favorites heading into the NFL that you've actually had the chance to play with? Like maybe outside of Tyrann Mathieu or
I
Patrick
mean, it
Peterson.
doesn't. I mean, it doesn't get no better than my rookie year. I had some really good OGs, man. Antoine Bethea, Tavon Branch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those guys had really great careers,
Yeah.
and just being around those guys. I mean, even Tramon Williams. You know what I mean? Like I
Mm-hmm.
was fortunate enough to be on a team. Even Larry Fitz was on there. We had So we had a lot of good, talented guys on our team. Our roster was filled with a lot of good, talented guys. So, I would definitely say like, my rookie year was everybody. After that now, shit, Rudy Ford got to come alive. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you know what I
Now,
mean?
was this
So,
when
yeah,
so it was 17 or 18, your rookie year?
2017, coming out 2017, yeah.
Okay, so was Carson Palmer still there?
Carson Palmer's still there, yeah.
And what was he like? Like, did you ever get to talk to him much?
Yeah. Carson Palmer, he talks to everybody on the team. Good dude, good solid dude, man. Carson Palmer knows everybody on the team, knows everybody in the organization.
Nice.
Very, very smart guy. Um, yeah, I mean, Carson was he's just like a Carson was just like coach, knows things inside and out. I mean, handle himself like a pro. Like I said, that's what I was just saying, man. We had a team just full of a good group of guys, to
Hmm.
really show you what the league is like, how to go about
Mhm.
the NFL, what to know about the NFL, all those things. Yeah.
Yeah, I say like when you're looking at the Packers this year, like when I'm looking at them, and everybody all knows, the big news, of course, is Rodgers, and
Hmm.
everybody's kind of waiting on that. And but looking at the defense is pretty good, right? Like when you look at the defense, I really like the way Green Bay's defense is right now.
Yeah.
And they got some young playmakers. And one of the things, like we was just talking about this yesterday, Rudy,
Hmm.
when things happen probably in the next few weeks, the Packers are probably going to go from fourth in cap space to number one in cap space to
Hmm.
maybe add some offensive weapons in there, because you guys head coach said that one of the things last week that he's going to add some more bodies in the receiver room.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
think
he said he wanted a veteran. So is there like,
mhm.
do you talk to receivers much? Like what their thoughts are on that, or there? I know there's some young guys: Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs, Torre as well, real young guy. I think,
Yeah.
and Lazard's gone, free
Yeah.
agency. So I think
Yeah.
Sammy's gone. So you guys are
Hmm.
just really, really young right now.
Yeah, nah. I mean, even the young guys we got speed. I mean, we got the guys. They got speed, they got size. They can catch and they can run some really good routes as well. They were just rookies last
Mhm.
season,
Yeah,
so they only have a lot of room to grow and just nothing but to get better. And I think you was able to see a lot from Romeo in the beginning of the season, all until he had his ankle injury,
yep,
and then Christian Watson came out, boom, and he was able to also see the speed, and then we just got speed a lot, so I definitely very interested to see what they're going to do on that side of the ball. I just focus on the defense side, you know what I
yeah,
mean.
yeah.
I focus on defense side.
Mhm.
How can Rudy Ford come in? How can I dominate? What
Right.
what can I dominate? All that. You know what I mean. So I definitely, like, for me. I just kind of you know how can I dominate? How can I help the Packers this year? What does Rudy Ford look like this year coming out? Yeah, that's just kind of how I look at it. I don't focus on the offensive side. We're gonna go against those guys. So,
Yeah.
I just, what I mean, I just focus on the defensive side.
Well,
Yeah.
tell us about, like, so we've talked about Eric Stokes, and we haven't talked about the difference the special teams has made. Hiring
Hmm.
Coach Bisaccia.
Hmm.
If I'm pronouncing that correctly, I hope I did.
Hmm.
Um, and then I think y'all resigned, is it Keyshawn Nixon as well?
Hmm.
He's a big part of turning that special teams around. Do you have many special team snaps?
Yeah, man. I mean, so the hiring of Rich, man. Rich is one of the best, if not the best, special team
Mhm.
coach in the game right now.
Hmm.
And he's definitely he's a coach that players you want to play for him. You know what I mean? You want to give your all for him. He just got that charisma. He has the it factor. I mean, he wants to put playmakers in the right position to go make plays. That's just what he does and how he coaches it. And yeah, I mean, he just kind of he lets you go out there and play. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, I mean, it's just like I said. I mean, special teams and playing for Rich Versace. It's he creates it, have fun out there. So, like I said, man, it takes all three phases to win a game.
Yep, for sure.
I think on the outside looking in, we always look at the offense and defense, but at the end of the day, it takes all three to go win a football game. And have Keyshawn back at returner. He was able to see how dynamic a returner he was. And so, man, I feel like he's only just getting started.
He's a true spark plug.
Yeah, man, I feel like he's only just getting started. I feel like, man, he's able to come build off of this season, build off of what he done last year. Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm excited. You know what I mean?
I am too. I love Packers football. I mean, I love all football, the sport.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see what the Packers can do. Just given all their situations right now and all the factors. The NFC North is looking extremely competitive. And we're probably going to roll into some rumors. This is and something that was reported this morning was actually Teddy Bridgewater. And yesterday on a podcast, we talked about Teddy Bridgewater possibly being a factor or a possibility for the Packers. But there was a report today saying that he's getting attention from the Lions.
Yeah, Packers are still a team as well that is in on them too, Tanner.
You think so?
Yeah. But they are a really good link with the Lions, though, because Dan Campbell actually coached with Teddy Bridgewater when he was with New Orleans. So that is, looks like it's gaining some steam. He's got a contract offer. He's not accepted it yet, but they are a lot of people that know him really well in that organization, though.
Yeah, I think that the NFC North is going to be extremely competitive this year.
One of the things that we have too, guys, is just throwing that out there as well. Reportedly, Zeke, something we talk about with our rumors is Ezekiel Elliott seems like he's been a little frustrated with the time it's taken to sign with an NFL team. You can tell that Zeke wants to get in there and get busy with the team for sure. I still think he could add to a team. And I just think, he played a lot of time there in Dallas, and I think he's just looking for his next opportunity to shine.
I said it yesterday. I think the Jets have already come out and said that they're happy with the running back room that they have, the depth that they have. I mean, I'm not in the NFL. I can never be an NFL player, so I try to respect everyone in the NFL. But like when it comes to that, I think I agree with some people when they say his best football might just be behind him. He could still definitely add to a team, but I'm trying to think of like what team could use Ezekiel Elliott right now,
Yeah. Right.
And I think that's why he's frustrated.
I'll be honest with you. The team that I think that could use him the best, and we kind of talked about this yesterday a little bit, Tanner, is the Bengals. The Bengals, they have a situation with Joe Mixon. I hope it all works out for Joe, for sure. But if it doesn't, because there's a lot of speculation that the Bengals are looking to move on. But I would just say that Ezekiel Elliott, Kareem Hunt for the Bengals makes a lot of sense.
That would be definitely very interesting in that backfield, man. Like I said, I still think, man, Zeke's a good player. Still think he brings attention to defenses for sure. Yeah.
I think, he played at Ohio State, so it makes sense to return, to Cincinnati. He'd be back. Another free agent running back would be Leonard Fournette. We talked about yesterday. Still free agent, still young. I think he's only like 28 years old. So Leonard Fournette is just a bruising back who could also help a team out. Yeah. There's a lot of options still with running back, I feel like.
Yeah, and like even with when we're talking about just Green Bay really quickly, when we was talking about with Teddy Bridgewater, you still got Carson Wentz and Matt Ryan out there that are two other good veteran options if the Packers look to add into the quarterback room. So, and Cam Newton, right? He's always one of those Auburn guys, right?
Yeah.
He is an Auburn guy.
Put Cam back out there.
Yeah. Well, he said this week that, he gave a list of teams.
He did say that. He did say he would back up now.
Yeah, he said he would be a backup, but it has to be in a particular situation before he can do it. And what he would
Right.
say, here's what he said. He said he would back up Deshaun Watson, Justin Fields, Lamar Jackson, Malik Willis, Aaron Rodgers, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, or Sam Howell. That would be the names he would back up.
Awesome, solid teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That whole situation, man. So I don't think he's played since 2020 or 2021 with the Patriots.
No, he
Uh,
actually played back with the Panthers. They actually signed the
oh, that's
Panthers.
right.
signed
Yes,
him
yes,
back.
of course. He returned to the Panthers. How did I forget about that?
Yeah.
And then he went to the Auburn Pro Day, I think, this season, and threw around there. Yeah, I know what the Packers situation with quarterback right now. It's young. I loved watching Tim Boyle there. But he's not there anymore. You got Jordan Love. I'm not really sure who else they have in the quarterback room. So I feel like the Packers are going to be looking to either draft a quarterback or add veteran presence there
Yeah,
for sure.
I would say more of a veteran present. I mean, you got Matt Ryan, you got Carson Wentz, you got Joe Flacco. Those are just some names like as you look at, and if you look at his system,
Yeah.
right, LaFleur's system, it's the same system that San Francisco runs and some of the other teams like the Jets run. It's going to be a little bit different with the Jets now, I believe, but like especially with San Francisco and Green Bay, they're running really similar systems. So you might look at like one of those quarterbacks that's played in that type of system that they would be very interested in.
It's all about that Shanahan coaching branch.
It is.
They
And
all tie together.
one of the things, Tanner, Rudy, one of the things I'm really looking at right now, they're one team. Like when he mentioned these teams, there was one team that I really liked for Cam Newton. And the one team that I really like for Cam Newton is the Washington Commanders because he has such a great relationship with Ron Rivera.
Mm-hmm.
That would make the most sense.
Yeah, and he could really help Sam Howell, right? He could help
Yeah.
Sam Howell grow into a quarterback. And then if something don't happen and Sam Howell's not the guy, you could put Cam out there, right? Put Superman back out there and see what he can do.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Best college football quarterback, man. I feel like.
Yeah, I love Cam. I'll be honest. I
Yeah.
love Cam.
Oh man, shit. I love Cam too, man. Great player. Yeah.
Yeah. But like if you're looking at fits though, I'm gonna be honest, like the Bears, I know the Bears have signed some backup quarterbacks and things like that. They signed actually
Mm-hmm.
the quarterback from the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
But if I was the Bears, I would definitely sign Cam Newton to back up Justin Fields because you're actually asking Cam Newton to come and mentor pretty much the same kind of quarterback that he is, right? Like Cam can run, Cam can make those long throws, those play action throws. Cam has a tremendous arm. Like a lot of people talk about him running all the time, but that ain't what it is. He has a tremendous arm.
Yeah.
I mean, when
what y'all think about the NFC North this year, man?
NFC North. So, looking at that, I actually think the Packers can be a surprise team in the NFC North.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'll probably get some little hate because of some of the blind fans that follows me, but I'll definitely think the Packers are a surprise team that can do some things because Jordan Love, the ceiling's out there. Like he could come there. You guys got two young wide receivers that could come on. I still look for some weapons to be added there. I think that could be some good stuff.
I think they're going to add a tight end as well. I think that's going to be a top option in the draft. They're going to continue to add to your defense. I think they've been first-round selections in the defense like 2 or 3 years in a row. Quay Walker, Stokes from 21 or 20. And who was the other first-round selection? It was
Darnell Savage.
Darnell Savage. He's a safety, right? And the defensive lineman from last year, too, from Georgia.
D. White.
Yeah, White.
Well, when you think about the NFC North, too, Rudy, is like, you look at the Bears. Yes, the Bears have added tons of talent in free agency. They've added a lot of things. But at the end of the day, you still got to get out there in the field and prove it, right? You can add a lot of people, but you got to get out there in the field and prove it. And I think when you're looking at that, I think, Detroit played really well last year. down the stretch. And you got the Bears, definitely the Vikings. The Vikings are one of those teams that, oh, man.
Oops.
Yeah, the Vikings are
I
one of
don't
those
like the
teams.
Vikings, but
Yeah, I just
they're
don't know, man. I'm just like the confidence is not there. I love Jay Jets, right? I love Justin Jefferson, but I think like some of their games were one possession games, a lot of them, and like they could have went either way. Yeah,
they really could have.
so
And
that's the way I think about that
the
right now.
Vikings are like that team that will be this pain in the butt the entire time. They'll get to the playoffs or something, but I don't think they're complete enough to make it over the hump to to take it all the way. But the NFC North as a whole, I think the Lions are getting a lot of fans and attention right now just from Dan Campbell and what he's doing right there with that environment and the coaching and just the way he is. And I think they were on Hard Knocks and like they've been playing really well. Jared Goff played well. They're becoming like this underdog favorite to win the North. I still don't think Chicago has it all together. But I think since this is pending Aaron Rodgers' departure, people are counting out the Packers automatically, and I don't think that's fair either.
Man,
Christian Watson, man, I don't know. I love Christian Watson actually.
Oh, he's incredible. I think get him some development and with Jordan Love. I mean, they've got years and years together. So I mean, they're both young. You'd keep them together, they could really become the next duo.
Oh yeah, like I said, man, Jordan Love, he really got to show and what he could do against the number one defense from last year. Philadelphia Eagles. They got number the pass rushers. I mean, so they had a lot of tons of talent out there as well in the secondary, linebackers everywhere. So just to show what he could do versus that defense, which is the number one, was the top defense in the whole league. Just to go out and compete and to just go out and compete versus that defense, to show what he's capable of doing. I think the ceiling is very high for him.
Yeah, and when you're looking at in camp going against you guys, Rudy, you got he's going against Jair, he's going against a lot of the a lot of really good secondary that you guys got there, and that's gonna help him when he goes into the game time situation.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. 'Cause, we got a standard in our room. You know what I mean? So, our standards go out every day. Continue to work towards being the best. So like I said, man, we all go out, we compete at a high level, and yeah, man. One guy make a play, the next guy needs to be trying to make a, you know what I mean? So we just continue to feed off that energy, man. Just continue to raise our competitive nature, raise our play level up. So
I'm gonna ask
it's a
you
fun room.
one thing here. How, like in practice or doing like a 2-minute drill or scrimmage or anything, have you picked off Aaron Rodgers?
What you said, doing what?
Have you like picked him off interception?
In practice, let me see. I think we had like something we had going on last year where I got a pick. But it was like we all are competing out there,
Yeah.
So like when we do go when we do go versus each other, we are all like we're out there really competing. It's like almost like a game day. The way we approach it as if like we are on a game day. So it's like, our corners, we're all in great position, so anytime, you got your corners in great position, they elevate the throws. So, I mean, we just kind of like, yeah, anytime we go at our 2 minutes, I mean, it's tough to get A-Rod though.
That's that's what I'm getting at.
Listen, man, he throws those no-look passes. I mean, he makes some incredible throws.
Yeah.
But like I said though, going against A-Rod though, it only helps improve your game. You know what I mean? So yeah, going against him helps you improve your game a lot because you got to be on your P's and Q's at all times. You know what I mean? He'll look this way and you won't even see it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, he's incredible.
Yeah, man. So it'll help you have much better instincts when you touch the field. And I feel like that. Even with me, I was able to show all my instincts off from this season. So definitely practicing going against A-Rod in practice, just helped improve my game as well.
Yeah, one of the things that CBS reported, Tanner, was
Mhm.
that the Packers, they projected that the Packers could go sign a player like Frank Clark or Yannick
Yep.
after the draft, and that but to shore up their pass rush. So that could be another key thing to watch to see what happens there with the Packers of adding another pass rusher.
I'm excited to watch Rashawn Gary come back.
He's really
Um,
good.
he is good.
Yeah.
He's just really really good. I love watching Kenny Clark, still a young guy as well. And you got Wyatt. But yeah, I think like maybe solidifying the line, adding one pass rusher, like a veteran like
It
Yannick
always helps to have
Ngakoue.
a rotation coming in there to keep the
Mm.
people fresh.
Oh
If
yeah,
they're
we seen it with the Eagles, man. They had a good rotation. Um,
they were
Hassan
good.
Hassan came. I mean, dude, I think everybody on their D line had what about 10 sacks this year, over 10,
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah,
pretty
man. They
close.
put
Yeah.
up some numbers, man.
Yeah, they did, and they even have the one player that actually that the Eagles got from Chicago, Robert Quinn,
Hmm.
who didn't even play, right, and he was part of the rotation, and
Yeah.
he really couldn't even get in the rotation because of
Mm.
all the debt that they had.
Yeah, man. They had a lot of playmakers on their D line as well, man.
Hmm.
Like I said, man, shoot, I like our D line. I feel like we got playmakers, across the
Yeah,
board. You know what I mean?
definitely.
So I definitely like our D line. I like what we got coming back this year. And then the same thing, even on our linebacker. You know what I mean? Because I feel like we were young in some spots, and I feel like these just this next year, man, we just get another chance to continue to because we had shoot Quay was a rookie.
Yep.
Um,
Hmm.
yeah, man, he's only getting better. D White was a rookie. I mean, only guys are getting better. I feel like on this team. So, yeah, man, I'm very like I said, man, I'm excited to go back to OTAs. Excited to get back out, see what this team looking like, the energy. Yeah, see what we got this year, man.
Yeah, for sure. Devondre Campbell's one of my favorite actually linebackers to
Hmm.
watch. He
Yeah.
is he's definitely turned it on the last couple of years
Oh yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he had a great, well, I think an All Pro 2021. Got that 5-year, $50 million contract, something like that. I mean,
Yeah.
blew it up, man. And he's solidified now. I think he's
Hey,
gonna. What was that?
just one question I have for Rudy that actually slipped my mind a little bit. I was going to ask you, Rudy. I know as we're getting close to ending things out, but I was going to ask you, how was your time in Jacksonville?
Um, which year? What are you talking?
Well,
You get more
right
specific?
before you came to the Packers.
Um, Talking about the season before, or what
Yeah,
do you mean? Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, man, like I said, I appreciate Urban Meyer. I love Urban Meyer, man. He gave my opportunity. Man, shoot, like I said, I was able to start nickel for him for those guys. Joe
Hmm.
Cullen was our D coordinator. He just came off a Super Bowl win. He's a D line coach over there in Kansas City right now. Another great coach out there. But yeah, I mean, man, I had my opportunity with to play for Joe Cullen, and
Hmm.
had my opportunity to play up on Urban Meyer. And I feel like that right there, was people got to see, that I mean, I show playmaking ability. I mean, go watch that Buffalo game. You know what I mean? Go
Hmm.
watch, man, just go watch the Buffalo game. You can always, you just see how how it was out there. You know what I mean? So I really got a chance to really show and what I could do out there. But
Right.
and like I said, man, even in that game, um, I made a lot of plays, man. And then Josh Allen, man, he was able to make a lot of plays as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But our whole, and playing against, and not playing against, but playing with Rayshawn Jenkins, who I feel like is great safety out there. I mean,
Hmm.
just playing with him, really helped improve my game. So it's, man, like I said, man, I've been fortunate to play the game with some great guys who knows the game, teaches the game very well, top competitors in the fields and work that they do, and you know, like I said, man, my time there with them, man, I really, like I said, man, I enjoy to be out there. You know, I was able to show that, hey, you know, I'm one of the good defensive players on that team as well. Um, yeah, man, shoot, I mean, like I said, man, I enjoyed it. Went out, made some plays. But yeah, man, I mean, it was a lot of battles, you know what I mean? So, but nah, like I said, man, I enjoy, man. I love to play the game of football. I love coming out and being a competitor, you know what I mean? And my opportunity to get the show, you know, I was able to capitalize on everything, you know, and then
Mhm.
boom, here we are in Green Bay.
There you go.
And how does
Yeah.
that, as we wrap up, I want to like end this with like a, how does it feel playing at Lambeau Field? Like I've never been there, and I hope to be someday.
Yeah,
But
man. I
how
can't
is the
really
environment?
honestly, man, it's tough to describe. I mean, honestly, man, you gotta be there to really get the full on experience. You know, it's over 100 years of football in that stadium. So I mean, it's when you walk through, you just feel that old football nature. You know what I mean? So it's just it's very one word I'll say is very electric. I would definitely say that. You know, the Packer fans, they do a great, phenomenal job. You know, standing behind the team, and standing behind the organization. I mean, you know, it's yeah. I mean, they got some neat traditions, and they got some neat traditions there that most places don't have. And I mean, so you got the love, you got, I mean, everything. It just all gels there. I mean, them Packer fans, man, it's very different. I mean, and like I said, man, it's very electrifying when you come out of that run out of that tunnel.
Hmm.
The fans, I mean, you got to be there, man. Like like I
Yeah,
said, man, you gotta be there. And I mean, it's an awesome place to play. And like I said, man, it's over there 100 years of football. So it's like you got that old and you mix with that new. I mean, it's just that the way the stadium is made gets loud. So I mean, yeah, man, you got to be there, man. It's electric, man. I mean, I made a post on one of my plays that I made, and I mean, when I picked off Kirk Cousins, um, I mean, man, you could just hear the you know, I mean, shoot, I may post it again, but I mean, you could just hear how the stadium is and how it erupts, man, on those
Hmm.
plays. You know, and like I said, man, I played in a lot of stadiums, a lot of other great places out there. But I mean, playing in Lambeau Field, man, is
that's
definitely
awesome.
one of the best.
I want to
Awesome.
experience that. Like I don't know, you just see it on TV, you know.
Yeah.
So it's, I wonder what that's like. I've been to AT&T Stadium once,
Hmm.
and it was when my stepdad got some like free tickets to watch Cowboys. I'm not even a Cowboys
Yeah.
fan,
So
but
that's another good stadium though.
yeah.
But I mean, they different. You know what I mean?
Oh, I bet it is.
One's different. Yeah, they different than the other. Though. I tell you what, man, they both two great stadiums, but they very different though. You know, Green Bay is in the frozen tundra, so you
Yeah,
know, man, you got fans still packing the house out, man, with freezing below zero temperatures. I mean, dude, we had a game this year, man. It was like negative degrees, and I mean, like, still had a packed house out there. You know what I mean? So,
that's crazy.
like I said, man, they show up in big ways out there. So, like I said, and it's electrifying as well in the freezing cold. So, man, it's like I said, man, it's definitely you're outside in that frozen tundra, man. So it's definitely different. But man, like they got some great fans that just electrifying to be out there.
Yeah,
That's the
I'll tell you
title
what we're going
town.
to be doing, Tanner.
What's that?
We're going to be following Rudy Ford this year and watching what he does, and we're just so appreciative to have him on the show with us. And you know, we're going to definitely be a Rudy Ford fan and following him and seeing what some great things that he does this year with the Packers, and would love to have him back on during the season so he can, you know, tell us how the season's going. And I think I think a lot of good things are ahead for Rudy Ford in this league.
I do too. Rudy, thank you for your time. Do you have anything you want to ask us or anything you'd like to get out there?
Um, nah, man, just man, you know, like I said, man, I enjoy being on the show, man. Appreciate you guys having me on the show.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, man, I'm now it's time for me to go back, man. focus, get back ready and prepare for the season that's coming up, man. So yeah, definitely, man. Everybody tune in. You know, got a lot of exciting things of what we looking on the horizon, man.
We're excited. I'm ready for football. I'm ready for the draft, and then right after the draft, I'm ready for season to start. But it
yeah.
feels like such a long off season sometimes, dude.
Oh yeah, man. It'll
You
be
gotta
here
wait
before you know
forever.
it. Yeah,
I hope
it'll be here
so.
before you know it.
All right,
fellas,
guys.
I'll see you guys.
Thank you so much. It's been the NFL Rumors podcast. Thank you, Rudy Ford.
Thank you, Rudy.
All right.
It's a pleasure of all of ours for having you on. Definitely.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Pleasure.
Thanks.
See you guys.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be tuning out, and I'll get this edited and posted. Awesome guest today. Anything else you want to wrap up with here?
Nope, nothing else. I think we had a lot of good things that we covered there today, but mostly wanted to get this exclusive interview with Rudy Ford and about the upcoming season coming up.
Absolutely. Yeah, we recorded on a Saturday. It was just awesome to get the time. We were both able to get here, and Rudy called me and was like, "Hey, man, I got time. Are we able to do this?" I was like, "Heck yeah, let's do it." Let me get set up. And it was just an awesome blessing to be able to have the time to do that. He's a very good guy. He seems very determined to work hard. Just glad to have him on. Make sure you guys are liking the podcast, following the podcast, subscribe to the NFL Rumors YouTube channel, subscribe to my channel where we host the main podcast. He has his own podcast. He does these quick daily hits on the NFL Rumors channel. Turn on all the post notifications for NFL Rumors and my account, Tanner5 for NFL. You can see it on the screen below.
Yeah. Hey, one more thing I'm going to add before we leave.
Yeah.
Odell Beckham next week is meeting with the Jets, and
That's true.
And they are a good possibility that he gets the deal done with the Jets, I heard.
Yeah, they're going to be sitting down discussing what the future looks like with Aaron Rodgers and his potential role on the team. They're going to be doing his physical, his workout, and trying to negotiate a contract.
There you go. Yep, you heard it here.
That's big news, guys. Big news. Thank you so much for your time, and we can't wait to get back to the podcast groove on Friday.
Have a good one, guys. Thank you for tuning in.